It's laughable to think that Florida doesn't have history or culture that should be celebrated. There's so much here to explore. I'm a retired broadcast journalist, 6-time Emmy winner, but it was all luck. I'm now an author historian. I'm originally from Kansas City, and I came down here in 1992 for the work. And one thing that I would always bristle about, because I was working in Greater Orlando, is there was this sense of, oh, it's plastic and it's theme parks. There was this sense that nothing happened before Disney. And I've sort of made it my raison d'etre to let people know that yes, indeed, Central Florida has a very rich history beyond the theme parks. I think I started really doing deep dives on Florida's music history when I found out some of my favorite artists are from here. The more I found, the deeper I dug. I've always been attracted to music. I would argue that Florida is the cradle of great rock and roll guitarists anywhere in the world. There's this fraternity of rock and roll Hall of Famers who were either born and bred in Florida, who spent their formative years here, and I just think people don't necessarily know about that. I've been a faithful reader of Forum magazine, and I've always admired the depth with which they deal with their subjects. And that's why I was so honored to be the first author to be co-published by the Florida Humanities and University Press of Florida. The more I looked into the Beatles' history in Florida in this watershed year, 1964, the more story I realized was there. They were visiting the United States for the first time in February of '64 to be on Ed Sullivan. But unlike New York, where they're sort of trapped in their hotel room, or the next place they went in Washington, D.C. that was snowy and cold and miserable, when they came down here in February of '64, it was just like the United States, America opening up to them. What I do with Good Day Sunshine State is I have a lively PowerPoint presentation, and rather than giving away the whole book, what I do is talk about some of the building blocks, the primary source interviews, the people I was lucky enough to talk to who've had these amazing experiences with the Beatles. And we tell the story through them as 1964 wears on. My mission is to give people a stronger sense of place, and maybe in that sense their roots become a little bit deeper. That's really a part of the mission. And if that happens because we hear about the Beatles' extensive travels in '64 or one of my other books, then it's mission accomplished.